Shalom Aleichem, a good Erev Shabbos Tazria. This is Rabbi Kovacs and Mishnah Yomi for Dalet Nisan is holding in the second chapter of Nazir, Mishnah 7 and 8. Let's pick up at Mishnah Zion. Hareini Nazir lichshayihye li ben. I will become a Nazir when I will have a ben. Typically, ben means son. In some contexts, it can mean a girl or a boy, a son or a daughter. Nolad lo ben, he has a son, hare ze Nazir. Indeed, he is a Nazir. Nolad lo vat, but what if he has a daughter? Tumtum, or he gives birth to a tumtum. This is a child born with a medical condition where there's a membrane of skin or an internalizing condition where their private parts are not really visible and we're not sure if it's male or female. Ve'androgynous. Androgynous is from a Greek word androgyny. That's a child born with both male and female characteristics. So in these cases, the Mishnah rules Eino Nazir. He doesn't become a Nazir, even though he had a child. And sometimes ben means child, but typically when people say ben and their wife is pregnant and people are talking, hey, do you think it's going to be a boy or a girl? Typically when someone says ben in this context, they do mean a boy. Imamar, but the Mishnah brings another case. If he said, Vlad, he's saying, I will be a Nazir when I see that there will be to me a vlod. Now, vlod is a more generic word for offspring. Like we have the word yeled. Yeled is a boy, yelda is a girl, but vlod is child, is either. Afilu nolad lo bat. Then even if he has a daughter, a tumtum, androgynous, hare ze Nazir. He is a full-fledged Nazir. Now on to Mishnah 8, very appropriate for Erev Shabbos Tazria, which is about pregnancy and birth. God forbid, his wife had a miscarriage after he had made his vow that he'll be a Nazir, after he has the Vlod, Eino Nazir, so he does not become a Nazir. Rabbi Shimon disagrees. He Omer Yomar, he says this vower should make a stipulation and say, Im haya ben kayama, if the pregnancy that was lost would have been a viable child, if she had given birth, it would have survived. Hare ani Nazir chova. Then behold, I am a Nazir for my obligation, because his obligation was to be a Nazir. If there was a child, this child would have made it, if not for the God forbid, the tragic ending of the pregnancy here. The im lov, and if this child was not old enough and developed enough to survive, hare ani Nazir nedava, then he should say he's becoming a Nazir as a nedava, as a gift, not for his obligation. So according to Rabbi Shimon, in either event, he should become a Nazir, but he's not sure the status of this potential offspring, so he's not sure if this is a Nazirut for his obligation, his chova, or as a gift, a nedava. It's worth noting the other sages disagree because they say someone doesn't become a Nazir when there's sort of murky reasons or suffix, it's doubtful, is he really a Nazir, is he not really a Nazir? They say people only become a Nazir if they really, really mean it, and the reasoning is clear. Rabbi Shimon says, even if there's this possibility that he should be a Nazir, and he did in fact accept an obligation of Nazirut when he has a child, so he should try to fulfill that. Mishnah goes on, Hazra v'yolda, Baruch Hashem, his wife gave birth this time to a perfectly normal, healthy baby, hare ze Nazir. So he definitely becomes a Nazir. Rabbi Shimon Omer, now Rabbi Shimon adds, Rabbi Shimon last time said he has to make a stipulation and say it's either for my chova or my nedava, I'm not sure. Yomar, so this vower should say, Im harishon ben kayama, if that first pregnancy was really a viable offspring, harishon chova. So that first Nazirut that I already did last time counts for my chova, my obligation. Vizo nedava, and the second one is a gift, vim love, and if it's the other way around, and this child is definitely surviving, then arishon nedava, that first one was a gift, vizo, and this one for the second child, the one that's surviving, is chova, is to satisfy my original obligation. Recall that's the vow he made before the first child was miscarried. Yashar kochachem, certainly an appropriate topic for Erev Shabbat Tazria. Yashar kochachem, be well.